Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Corsace Closed 2023. This is the match of Tsuwagi versus Karcher. My name is Taikini, and joining me today is iFlame. Got a hell of a match ahead of us here. Two titans of the Asian Osu scene here to face off. These two players so good in their own right. I feel like anyone who's been watching tournaments in the past couple months knows these two. Tsuwagi from Hong Kong, Karcher from South Korea. This match could really go either way. These two players so very strong. Got our stats loaded up here. Karcher a little low on the stats. Did not perform as well as many would expect during the qualifiers, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to perform badly here in round 16. Can't really speak on what happened during the qualifiers for him. As far as Tsuwagi goes, Tsuwagi we see a bit of a downturn in the stats. We often see this just like between tournaments where, you're kind of getting back into the comfort with the pool. Tsuwagi's still very strong though all around. See, Karcher's main thing is going to be, kind of abusing speed and stamina against Tsuwagi. That's something that Tsuwagi isn't as comfortable on as the rest of the skill set. Tsuwagi very all-rounded other than that. So Karcher is going to have to go into those weird picks for him. Now, speed, not really Karcher's main territory here, but we're going to have to see it come out, I think, if he wants to have a successful time against Tsuwagi here. Especially if he looks like he did during the qualifiers. It's going to be a bit of a tough climb. Karcher's seed 13 for this tournament to Tsuwagi's seed 4. I will say we could also see Karcher go with something more precision heavy, Tsuwagi go with something a little more reading. It's really, a lot of these picks are you could go with them, you don't have to though. These players could very easily just break point. Now, while we wait here for the players to get in the lobby, I'd like to shout out once again our sponsor, Momokai. Got the Tap Trio, an amazing keypad. Like my favorite right now, it's got everything you'd want from a keypad. I know there's some other keypad manufacturers, but Momokai, the classic, the Tap Trio, very beloved all around. They're helping us out, and so can you as well. If you donate to us, all proceeds go to the Corsace Open Pool. That's what Corsace Closed is here for. Anyways, iFlame has now arrived. iFlame, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Just so all the viewers are aware, I am here on and off. So if some Taikani will have some solo comm action and some non-solo comm action. Hopefully, more of the latter. But yeah, it's going to be a good match. Tsuwagi did actually play a 3WC match earlier today, and did look, unfortunately, a little bit shaky. Not so much in the sense that he wasn't putting up good scores, but continuously found kind of one slider break or one miss on so many maps that seem like they would have normally been FCs for Tsuwagi. So didn't feel like he really played up to his full ability in that one. So hoping he feels a little bit better this time around. It is pretty late in Hong Kong as well. Currently midnight, so hopefully it doesn't get delayed too much longer here and we can get into the match shortly.
Yeah, shouldn't be too much of an issue. These players are in similar time zones. Actually, no, sorry. I believe Tsuwagi is in the UK.
Tsuwagi is in the UK at the moment, so it is actually just late for Karcher, I believe.
Alright, that is good information to have. Oftentimes we see these matches where we're I really don't know what time it is for this player, but if it's really late, it could affect the performance. But Tsuwagi being in the UK, maybe a little bit of confidence. You know, it's not too late. 16 UTC, nothing too bad. 4 p.m.
Yep. It looks like both players have showed up. We do see the bans, so DT2 ban from Tsuwagi, going to be getting rid of that speedy pick. Karcher banning out DT1 and HD1, so does not really want to play the aim. Now, HD1, of course, isn't your traditional aim. It is a little bit more alt aim, and it is incredibly awkward, so it makes sense that he does want to ban that out. And it's going to be the HR3 ban from Tsuwagi. This one makes so much sense to me. You look at the pool, and Karcher is especially known for his streamability. And so things like the Nomad 2 and the HR3 that are kind of more stream focused are probably going to favor Karcher fairly heavily. So HR3 ban looks great to me, and I was honestly a little bit surprised we didn't see a Nomad 2 ban as well from Tsuwagi, but I guess just doesn't feel like he can keep up with Karcher on the DT2. And so now it's Tsuwagi who has the first pick.
And it's going to be Dishonor Nomad 3. This is going to be your big alt pick within the pool. Yaspo map, kind of awkward. Crazy map. Actually, sorry, this is a /Yaspo collab.
Oh, interesting.
If I remember correctly, this was first seen in OWC 2022, and we're already getting into it here.
Yeah, this is not exactly your typical style of alt map. Most of your alt maps are going to be a little bit longer, a little bit more consistency based, and there's going to be a lot more flow aim. A lot of these patterns have, while there is, yes, a lot of flow aim, there's also a lot of very sharp angles. You see the back and forth, and so especially the ending, there's a big rhythmic section with very big spacing that is going to be pretty tricky and is very easy to get caught out on. We do get a very early miss from Tsuwagi, and so is going to be falling about 20,000 points behind at the start, but has recovered nicely, and does have a very slight accuracy advantage, which is going to make up for that early miss.
That said, Karcher's still about 40k in the lead right now. Either Karcher's going to have to find some more app drops that put it more in Tsuwagi's favor, or he's going to have to find a break, and there it is, a slider break of 50 on the screen. The combo is now in Tsuwagi's favor, and the lead very quickly is switching over here.
Yeah, and the accuracy lead, as slight as it is, continues to grow, so even more advantageous for Karcher. Next big pattern coming up. Both players hit the slider pattern. That's going to be great for Tsuwagi. And this is kind of that stop-and-go rhythmic pattern that I mentioned at the start of this map. This is where it is very easy to find a couple unfortunate misses, but Karcher is very, very quickly running out of time. And at this point, it looks like Tsuwagi is going to be able to take the first point. Can Tsuwagi close it out? It's going to be a very near FC here.
Yeah, Karcher finding another break right there, just solidifying it into Tsuwagi's game here. 800 combo, 800k on the final slider. We see the difference. Tsuwagi's comfort on this is absolutely insane compared to Karcher. That is going to be it. A first point for Tsuwagi.
Yeah, very nice first pick. Looked really good after that early miss. And I mean, this is really important as well. Back in Tsuwagi's previous match from earlier today, just kept finding those misses every single time right in the middle of the map. Worst place you could miss. This time, finds the miss at the start, and that's going to work out nicely compared to Karcher's miss in the middle, and it's going to be a fairly decisive victory. Karcher now has the pick. Here's the Nomad 2 that I thought we might have seen banned out by Tsuwagi, but since it's still open, Karcher picks that right away. Karcher, I mean, I don't know how much more needs to be said. Karcher just does not miss on stream maps. He is so incredibly good. Blows my mind every time.
For sure. Nomad 2, I really don't see it going into Tsuwagi's favor. Tsuwagi, not really the stamina type. It could happen, but this is Karcher's real comfort territory. This is the map that we've known Karcher for such a long time. I don't know how comfortable Tsuwagi's going to feel on this, especially against a player like Karcher, but here we go into it.
Yep, and I do feel like, especially early on, both players are going to have their maps that they do feel a lot more comfortable on. And then as we get kind of 2, potentially 3 picks in, I think we're going to see a lot more coin flip maps that don't necessarily have clear advantages to either side. And we see it beginning already. Karcher off to a very nice accuracy lead early on. Now, it's just kind of the first couple patterns, so We should see Tsuwagi recover accuracy as that kind of regresses to the mean as this map goes on. But even still, Karcher has very impressive accuracy so far, only dropping a couple 100s. And this is where we're going to start to get into the harder stream section, so we could very easily start to see misses from either one of these players.
100%, and look at that 99.7 act from Karcher. It's a world of comfort for him out here, but there's a break right there. Wait, that's Tsuwagi's favor.
Yeah, not the miss we were expecting, and that's going to be a big advantage. Now, this is a very long map, lots of map to be played, so while Karcher does still have the accuracy advantage, okay, there goes Tsuwagi as well, so combo is going to be relatively even, a very minor combo lead for Karcher, but Tsuwagi hasn't really built up enough of a lead to make up for this accuracy disparity, and so we should see the score flip back over any second now as Karcher recovers very nice. And this is a little bit of an easier section, so we should see Karcher push this lead just a little bit, but as long as Tsuwagi can hold on, he is going to keep it close, at least for the time being.
This section is so straining on both of your hands right here. The switch between tapping strain and aim strain is so hard on both these players, but neither of them falling, and that advantages Karcher just a little bit. It's not a huge lead, but it's something, and Karcher needs that something after finding that early break. He needs to hold Tsuwagi off, because Tsuwagi is not that far behind.
Yeah, you absolutely cannot afford a miss, and looks like both players hit that long stream before the break, and that's going to be key. Now, the ending of this map is very tricky as well. And so, honestly, if the combos stay as close as they are, the ending is going to be a very big factor. And even a couple misses on the last two streams could make the difference. It's only about a 10,000 point lead, and that's going to stay relatively consistent here.
But Karcher found a slider break in that section.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big advantage to Tsuwagi. The score lead flips back over immediately. On to the next big stream section, though. Tsuwagi needs to miss soon. There's a fair amount of map to go. Got about a minute left. There is still time for Karcher to make the comeback. But Tsuwagi probably has to miss in the next 30 seconds.
The break showing the players each other's scores. They now know what lead Tsuwagi has. Karcher finding another break right there. That doesn't inspire much confidence. And look at Tsuwagi go. 1,200 combo and climbing. He will hold on for the life of him. There's finally a break, but he's done what he needs to do a 100k lead. I don't know if Karcher has the time.
No, I don't think Karcher has the combo to make up the score. We do see a really big drop from Tsuwagi. That's dropping a ton of accuracy, so that's actually going to lower Tsuwagi's score. Only 70,000 point difference now, and now Karcher does have some combo advantage. And while it is there, I don't think it's enough, unfortunately. The score bar is going over much too slowly, unless we see a really big drop from Tsuwagi right at the end, but doesn't look like it's going to happen, and Tsuwagi is going to be getting... Oh, there's a big drop! But no, not nearly enough. 50,000 points, the decider in the end, and that's going to be a really big break point early on here.
Breakpoint is insane. This was supposed to be Karcher's comfort territory. This was supposed to be the guaranteed pick, this Nomad 2. But going over to Tsuwagi, that's really big. Karcher needs to really reconsider his strategy here. Tsuwagi is playing like this.
Yeah, I mean, this is a map you expect Karcher to win 9 times out of 10. So Tsuwagi is going to be so happy being able to take that one. And I mean, yes, Karcher does need to switch up the strategy, but there's not really much left in the pool in terms of streams with that Hard Rock 3 banned out. And so there unfortunately wasn't a lot of options left in the pool. And HD2 is going to be the pick. And I believe that's going to be the kind of AR8 HD2 pick. Now this is a little bit more of an aim-focused pick. It is very awkward with a lot of kind of overlapping linear patterns. And so something that we very well could see Karcher struggle with is not especially known for his low AR abilities, but we're going to be getting right into this one. Tsuwagi, I think, should be fairly advantaged on this one.
100%. This is going to be your classic Reichi Maiko hit into AR8. Huge, awkward jumps. You see those linear patterns are coming out already, and they are a constant through this map. This is not Karcher's territory. We already see him find a break. Meanwhile, Tsuwagi holding an SS through the intro. There's a very, very clear difference in comfort already.
Yeah, and going into this match, I feel like a lot of people, myself included, felt that Karcher was very underseeded. You look at the actual predictions in the YouTube chat, there's 65% in favor of Karcher, but Tsuwagi, so far, showing that he is not to be underestimated and is here to put up more than a fight with a 2-0 lead early on, and Karcher has recovered nicely since the early miss, but the accuracy is going to be a very big factor in this one. Usually if the accuracy is close, it doesn't make a difference, but 3% is substantial on a pick like this.
I mean, yeah, Tsuwagi just broke the SS. And that's so big. We see some accuracy drops right there, but the combo plus the still higher accuracy, over 1%, is going to hold that lead for Tsuwagi. I think it's really going to come down to who breaks next.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Karcher, okay, it's going to be Karcher who finds the miss, and I was going to say Karcher did have the combo to make a comeback if there was a miss from Tsuwagi, and now Tsuwagi misses as well, so the misses are traded. The problem is, now Karcher just doesn't have any combo to make up this score difference, and while there is a quarter of the map to go, it's a pretty short map, so this one is looking like it's going to be another point for Tsuwagi, unless we see a complete meltdown.
Yeah, and I don't think we're going to see a complete meltdown. Tsuwagi not the type of player to go that crazy on a hidden 2 like this. I think that is wraps right here. Karcher approaching 400k, while Tsuwagi approaching 600k. That's going to be all she wrote, I think.
Yep, and now it's 3-0, and when you're in these best of 11 matches, Tsuwagi is already halfway there to a victory, so we need Karcher to get some momentum back very quickly. Now, I do keep in mind it is only one breakpoint drop, so if Karcher can win one of Tsuwagi's picks, they're going to be right back in it. Now, the question is, where does Karcher go from here? I feel like I would love to see some of the HR get picked for Karcher. I feel like he should have an advantage over Tsuwagi on the Hard Rock. Do you have any thoughts, Kenya, on maybe which Hard Rock?
I was thinking Hard Rock 2 should be Karcher's next pick, and there it is right there, Canverse. This is going to be your precision pick. Something that, you know, very, very heavily favors people who are completely comfortable on precision. This map does not pull any punches. In fact, I believe it was actually so hard that we were about to move it to a different round. If that says anything about this map. All right. Okay. So we actually had a mishap with our graphics. He did not pick Hard Rock 2. He actually picked Hard Rock 1. This is going to be your mech tech pick here. Bit lighter, you know, you have a lot of aim, and then you have tech elements, stuff like kick sliders and slight slider aim. It's not too crazy on the tech side, but it's definitely present. This is very similar to the Hard Rock 1 that we saw in the qualifiers. I do not remember how Karcher performed on qualifiers Hard Rock 1, though I imagine it had to be pretty well. This is a bit of a comfort zone for him here. And we are seeing already Tsuwagi finding a break, but the accuracy advantage saying, hey, it doesn't matter. Tsuwagi's still holding a 10k lead over Karcher just with the accuracy alone, but there's another break right there, and that's going to be the one that matters. Karcher doesn't trade it out, 96 act, but who cares? Taking the lead away, and Tsuwagi finds another break right there. Alright, into something a little more heavy on the kick sliders. You're seeing shakes from Karcher, but it doesn't matter. He is the one holding as Tsuwagi continually finds breaks, like another one right there. It's a 100k lead for Karcher, 300k to the name, halfway through the map. Finally finding a slider break, but that doesn't matter. Tsuwagi doesn't have the combo to fight it. Look at that. Both players deadlocked, same combo. There's Karcher finding a break, and that's actually a little bit scary. Tsuwagi can hold that combo advantage. It could get really close here. The lead is already dissipating. That 100k lead that Karcher has starting to slip away from him here. Tsuwagi holds. This could be dangerous, but there's a break right there. Karcher finds a chain miss as well, but it's not going to matter. It's just going to close the lead. But Karcher is finally going to find that point that he was so desperately looking for. 463k to 442k. That is a Karcher point finally on the board. Let's see where Tsuwagi goes next with this. We're past the early point in the match. We're gonna see where players go. It's gonna start being as you know, like one-sided as the maps have been. We are gonna see Inside Joke. This is gonna be another reading pick along with Hidden 2, and this one's gonna be really heavy on the reading. This rhythm is so weird. You can't just rely on instinct to go through this map. Meaning that for both of these players, this is going to be the true reading test, and Tsuwagi just a much better reading player than Karcher. Which has me fear for Karcher a little bit here. We saw how Karcher performed in the Hidden 2. It wasn't that great. I doubt that he's going to do better on even lower AR than that. Alright, here we go to the KI. No breaks yet. Slight accuracy advantage to Tsuwagi, but there's a break right there on that big buzz slider. That's so huge. That gives Karcher a chance to build a combo advantage right here. But breaking on that pattern right there, it's going to give it back over to Tsuwagi, who now has the better ag by far, 3% to the name. Look at that, Karcher just taking away with the combo lead. Tsuwagi's breaking was so big, but Karcher finds a slider break right there. That's going to give Tsuwagi a chance. Again, Tsuwagi does have the better accuracy. That gap is closing, but it's still present. And along with the combo advantage that Tsuwagi already has, he's going to be able to creep up on Karcher real quick. Karcher finding another break right there, and that's going to give it to Tsuwagi here. Starting to pull it away. Over a 10k lead already. Look at that. Tsuwagi looking a little bit better now. 300 combo. And another break right there. We'll see if Karcher has the time to respond. We've seen Karcher find a lot of breaks in this KI already. Does need to hold quite a bit to catch back up to Tsuwagi here. Tsuwagi finds another break though. Karcher trades it out. Now we're basically deadlocked at this 15k lead that Tsuwagi's already accrued. The 2% accuracy disadvantage for Karcher is working against him pretty heavily right now. Tsuwagi finding more breaks. Now it looks a little bit more like a Karcher game. Another break for Tsuwagi. Karcher trades it out though. This one's super close. Karcher is holding the lead, but only by about 3,000 points. That can be the difference of just 1 or 2 100s. Still got a quarter of this map left. Still a whole KI left to go. There goes Karcher. That's the big break that was needed here. Let's see if Tsuwagi can take it away. There's a break from Tsuwagi, but he's already built up the lead thanks to his accuracy. So Karcher as well, finding more breaks. Tsuwagi taking it away. It's a 20k difference. That's all that separates these two players, but I think that Tsuwagi has it pretty handily unless he finds repeated breaks right here. But no player gonna get caught out on those sliders. Meanwhile, Karcher gets caught out on the stack right there, right before the spinner, and that's gonna give it to Tsuwagi. Tsuwagi taking the Nomad 6, taking his point. But it was certainly a close one. That is going to be it. No spin to win there. It is solidly in Tsuwagi's hand. Nomad 6 up 4-1 is Tsuwagi. All right, now I do need to issue a slight correction from my mistake. Tsukuyomi Ninaru was actually a Hard Rock 2. It was not a Hard Rock 1. It was the precision pick with slight tech elements. That is entirely on me. So the precision is gone from the pool. The map that it showed was just the wrong map. Alright, let's see where Karcher goes next. Nomad 2 exhausted, Hard Rock 2 exhausted. This is the kind of stuff that we knew Karcher was going to go for pretty much immediately. We could see tech. We haven't seen tech from either of these players yet, though it could be a little bit risky. Both these players good at tech in their own rights. See what Karcher is thinking. There's not that much streams left. Could see a Hard Rock 1, but it's actually going to be Nomad 5. This is going to be speed right here. Exactly what I was saying, that Tsuwagi was going to struggle on a little bit here. Nomad 5 leaving that open was a little bit dangerous. This is something that Karcher's just going to have on paper a huge advantage over Tsuwagi. Tsuwagi just not the kind of player to play this high level speed, the 7.6 stars. Here we go into the map here. We'll see it very, very quickly. Already see a pretty big accuracy advantage for Karcher here. 95%. Meanwhile, Tsuwagi just crossed the 90% line. But what it's going to come down to, I think, is combo. Both these players have shown themselves to be incredible combo gamers, and their accuracy on speed for both players is not the greatest. You're already seeing Tsuwagi build back up. That lead is not going to stay in Karcher's hand for too long if he doesn't hold the combo. You already see the aim elements of this Nomad 5 as well. Nomad 5, while still definitely in speed territory, does have aim elements to it. It requires that you're both confident on speed and aim. It's something that's just so scary for both of these players. Now we're halfway through the map. Slight Tsuwagi lead. Obtaining the accuracy lead from under. Here's the 1/3. Here's the true speed here. Here's where we may see either player falter. We're seeing act drops from Karcher. There's a combo drop right there, and Tsuwagi just taking away 98% accuracy. This is not the kind of score you expect from Tsuwagi on speed. Taking away further and further and further here. Already a 100k lead. Ballooning away from Karcher as fast as he can. Tsuwagi looking for another breakpoint, looking for a match point, 5-1. That's what he sees right in front of him right here. He's just taking away so fast. 200k now in Tsuwagi's favor. Not getting caught out on any of these speed patterns. Meanwhile, you're seeing continued breaks from Karcher. Look at Tsuwagi go, though, 800k. An insane mispick from Karcher, I feel. Tsuwagi's still FC. Who cares about early act drops? Who cares about any of that? That's 954k. Tsuwagi, another breakpoint, up 5-1 now. That's match point. Tsuwagi showing you gotta put some respect on the name here. 2 breakpoints against a player as terrifying as Karcher. Maybe justifying a 13 seed Karcher for a little bit. And I believe I do hear the Nomad 4 here. Plus Ultra Cloud 9. This is gonna be your slider aim, cursor control kind of deal. This is the tactic. Tsuwagi looking at a potential 6-1 victory over Karcher. On paper, looking at these seeds, it doesn't look like seed 4 beating seed 13 is anything significant, but this is Karcher that we're talking about. He's a legendary player, someone who's invited to super teams on the regular. Already seeing Karcher find struggle. Missing on those little wiggles right there. Tsuwagi does not follow suit. Now Tsuwagi has a huge act advantage from those chain misses from Karcher, as well as the 50s. It's big for Tsuwagi, act and combo to the name. 4% lead here. Another break from Karcher, not going to inspire much confidence. Tsuwagi isn't trading anything out. That is so short as well. We're already a quarter through it. 3 breaks from Karcher now. Look at Tsuwagi take that away. 200k to the name already. 100k lead over Karcher. Karcher needs Tsuwagi to find a break. Needs Tsuwagi to find multiple breaks to take this back. Break at this halfway point could be critical. Both these players have to hold on so hard, hold on to their dear lives. No halfway breaks. Now we're back into the big sliders. Back to get into TI. Karcher finds another break. I think that seals it already. Tsuwagi still at seeing. Now it's just the Tsuwagi game right here. Finally finding a break right there, but who cares? Tsuwagi, look at that lead. 570k to 290k. I think the victor is clear. I think in this match between Tsuwagi and Karcher, Tsuwagi has taken it 6-1. Not anything you'd expect a player the level of Karcher falling down to Tsuwagi so early here. It's such a dominating performance. Tsuwagi proving himself as he does time and time again as one of the best players in the world, showing why he was invited to Corsace Closed in the first place. And a 6-1 victory is going to do it. Thank you all for watching. And in 30 minutes, we will be back with another match. So do stick around here. We'll be back very, very shortly with Black Dog 5 or White Cat versus Demonical. Also a very, very exciting potential match here. So we'll see you in just a little bit. Stick around here, right here, youtube.com/@Corsace.